you come off as a Trump supporter
I could care less.
Yeah, but
I'm a defender of Jesus Christ. If you watch this show, if people,
and that's what I find myself doing. Yeah,
I know, but I just want, because people love, oh boy, you defend Trump a lot. No, I don't. Watch this show, and you'll hear Jesus' name come out of my mouth
every day,
1,000 times more than you ever hear Trump's name come out of my mouth. All of these politicians, whether Democrat or Republicans, are they lining up with our biblical values? Because that's what this country was founded on. That's why this country ascended to the heights that it did. That's why Troy's been able to enjoy the freedoms and the success that we have. There's no other place on the planet where any of us would rather be than America. We can talk all that talk and junk that we want, but the facts are none of us want to leave America because there's no greater land of opportunity, freedom, and safety for us than here. Now they're changing that. They're stealing opportunity. They're stealing our safety. They're stealing our way of life. For me, there's no other path for me where I started out. Father didn't graduate high school, mother a factory worker. From where I started out to live the life that I lived and have lived, only here in America. And they're trying to take that away from your kids to have that same opportunity. And we have to draw a line in the sand. E.W. Jackson will be, Troy, you look like you got something you want to say.
Yeah, because I'm a little confused. It's like, you're saying that the Democrats are ruining it, but it's the Republicans too, right? Correct?
I've said exactly that, Troy,
okay,
and that's what he said.
Sure.
He said exactly that.
I just want to make sure that.
But I do want to be clear. There is
because you defend Trump a lot.
Excuse me?
You defend the.
I don't defend Trump a lot, but again, a lot is an exaggerated word. Okay. Most of this show Trump never comes up. He's not a topic on this show. But Troy, I want to be crystal clear. The stuff the left is doing is satanic. The reason why I'm critical of them is because of my biblical worldview. And the reason I'm hostile towards them is because of my biblical worldview. When you start being pro-abortion, when you start being same-sex marriage, when you start being transgender, and I don't know what a woman is, and it's just a vibe and a feeling, all of this stuff is in direct contradiction to my biblical values. The Republicans are not leaders on those issues, and that's why you don't hear me as upset with them. Have they sold out to China? Absolutely.
Okay, that's
have they? And I've talked. They've all sold out to China and whatever. How much money they can make? Because again, they won't stand firm and call out because they're all in on it together. This show talks about it. You don't watch this show a lot, but we talk about the uniparty. Royce talks about it constantly. And the uniparty is the Democrats and Republicans. They're actually in league and concert together, selling all of us out for the elites, this whole globalist agenda. Again, people that get offended and they think they're jumping up on the Democrat team and Whitlock's car, it's because what they're doing is satanic, and I'm never going to back away from that.
And I'm telling you is that I find myself with my fraternity brothers.
Yeah.
When I went back home, they were like, you know, F Jason Whitlock, why are you going? They tried to talk me out of ever going back on this show ever again in life. Mm-hmm. And I had to tell him, I said, but Jason has a lot of good points. And that's why I just wanted clarity, because you come off as a Trump supporter
I could care less.
Yeah, but
I'm a defender of Jesus Christ. If you watch this show, if people,
and that's what I find myself doing. Yeah.
I know, but I just want, because people love, oh boy, you defend Trump a lot. No, I don't. Watch this show, and you'll hear Jesus' name come out of my mouth
every day,
1,000 times more than you ever hear Trump's name come out of my mouth. If you watch me on Fox Sports or speak for yourself, Trump's name virtually never came out of my mouth. Jesus, in a biblical worldview, came out of my mouth constantly. But people don't want to deal with Jesus. That's why they hit you with and hit me. Oh, he defends Trump.
Right.
Again, because they don't want to talk about it. We've sold out. Any of us that was raised in the church, any of us that have any kind of biblical worldview, we are signing off on things that are alleged religious values are completely and totally against, and I'm calling people out for that, and they don't have a defense, and so what their defense is, oh, he defends Trump.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I tell them. I tell them they have to. I tell people all the time, you got to listen to what he's really saying.
They are listening.
No, they don't. They're not absorbing it. Then.
Yes, they are. It's a defense
fighting.
strategy.
Fighting,
yes,
right?
they're fighting. It's a defense strategy. I talk about it constantly. I'm not under attack. When you hear your friends attack, that's not me they're attacking. And this isn't me trying to hide behind Jesus, but they're actually attacked. It's the Jesus representation that bothers them. People don't. Troy, when I was hanging in strip clubs and trying to bang every young girl I could, I didn't want to hear about Jesus. I didn't want nobody throwing that up in my face.
Right.
I didn't want to have to answer to that.